It is no small thing to be set apart, to walk a path where few dare to tread. The chosen woman is not one among the masses, blending into the crowd like a leaf among thousands swept by the same wind. No, she is the oak that stands alone, unshaken by the storms, rooted in purpose, towering in silent strength. She has been called to a destiny that does not allow for common companionship. The road before her is narrow, steep, and unpaved, and though the voices around her may call her strange, though loneliness may knock at her door, she does not waver, for she knows that solitude is the price of greatness. There are those who move with the crowd, who find comfort in blending into the multitude, who seek validation in numbers, but the chosen woman is not among them. She is set apart, not by accident, but by divine design. From the moment she was formed, a mark was placed upon her, a calling that would not allow her to settle for mediocrity or conformity. She is not meant to move as others move, nor to think as others think. The path before her is not one of ease or common pleasure, but of purpose, refinement, and distinction. She is set apart for something greater, and that very distinction makes her journey a lonely one. To be set apart is to be misunderstood, for the world does not recognize what it cannot comprehend. While others are content with fleeting pleasures and shallow pursuits, the chosen woman is drawn to something deeper, something eternal. She sees beyond the distractions of the present moment, and longs for something that cannot be grasped by the casual seeker. And because she refuses to lower her standards or dilute her convictions, she often finds herself walking alone. Yet, in this solitude, she is strengthened. In this isolation she is prepared. The fire of her calling burns within her, and though the world may not understand it, she knows that she was never meant to fit in. She was meant to stand out. There will be moments when she questions why her journey is different, why doors that open so easily for others remain closed to her, why relationships that seem effortless for the masses require great sacrifice on her part. But she must remember, greatness demands separation. Just as gold is refined in the fire, just as diamonds are formed under pressure, just as eagles soar alone while other birds flock together, so too must she endure the process that sets her apart. It is not rejection, but preparation. It is not punishment, but positioning. The very loneliness she feels is a sign that she is being shaped for something beyond what the ordinary mind can grasp. She is not set apart to be idle. She is set apart to fulfill a purpose that only she can accomplish. The world may try to lure her into complacency, to convince her that blending in is easier, that walking the broad road is more comfortable, but the chosen woman cannot be distracted by such lies. She must remind herself daily that her life is not her own, that she was created for something far beyond herself. Every challenge she faces, every battle she fights, every tear she sheds is not in vain. It is shaping her into the vessel she was meant to be. She must stand firm, unwavering, for her destiny is worth the cost. And so she walks forward with courage, with grace, and with unshakable faith. She does not beg for acceptance, nor does she alter herself to be more palatable to those who cannot see her worth. She embraces her path, knowing that being set apart is not a burden, but a gift. She may walk alone at times, but she is never truly alone, for she carries within her the strength of her calling, the fire of her purpose, and the unrelenting certainty that she was created for something greater. The chosen woman does not conform to the thinking of the masses, nor does she blindly accept what is popular simply because it is widely embraced. While the crowd chases after trends, swayed by every new movement and fleeting ideology, she remains anchored in truth. She does not shift with the tides of public opinion, nor does she compromise her convictions to fit into the mold society tries to impose upon her, and this refusal to follow the herd often isolates her, for people fear what they do not understand. They label her as difficult, stubborn, or unyielding, but in reality, she is simply unwilling to trade authenticity for acceptance. Because she does not think like the world, she sees things from a higher perspective. Where others chase after superficial validation, she pursues meaning. Where others are satisfied with shallow pleasures, she desires depth. This makes her an outsider in many circles, for the world thrives on temporary distractions, while she seeks eternal truths. It is far easier to be like everyone else, to go with the flow, to silence one's own discernment for the sake of comfort. But the chosen woman was never meant to take the easy road. She was designed to stand out, to think deeply, to challenge the lies that so many willingly accept as truth. Her mind is a battlefield, constantly at war with the deception that surrounds her. She cannot be easily swayed, for she questions everything, measures every word, and tests every idea against the foundation of wisdom she has built within her. This kind of clarity unsettles people. They cannot manipulate her with sweet words, nor can they distract her with empty promises. And so they withdraw. They distance themselves. They whisper that she is too much, too intense, too unwilling to simply go along with things as they are. What they do not realize is that her isolation is not a punishment, but a blessing, one that preserves her from falling into the same traps that ensnare so many. There will be times when the chosen woman wonders if she is wrong for thinking differently, when the whole world moves in one direction, and she finds herself standing alone in the opposite. Doubt may creep in. She may question whether she is making life harder for herself, whether she should just let go of her convictions and follow the easy path. But deep down she knows she cannot. The moment she tries to silence her own discernment, she feels the weight of compromise pressing against her soul. She knows that to betray her own understanding is to lose herself entirely, and so, even when it is hard, she remains steadfast. Those who follow the crowd rarely make an impact, for they are simply swept along by the currents of the times. But those who dare to think differently, who dare to question, who dare to stand firm in what they know to be true, these are the ones who shape the world. The chosen woman is set apart not because she is better, but because she is called to be a light in the darkness. And light does not blend in, it stands out. She must never dim her brilliance to make others comfortable. If her light exposes what others would rather keep hidden, so be it. Her purpose is not to conform, but to illuminate. And so she walks alone, not because she desires loneliness, but because the cost of belonging to the crowd is too great. She chooses solitude over deception, truth over popularity, wisdom over comfort. She understands that isolation is a small price to pay for the clarity and strength she gains in return, and in the end those who once dismissed her will look back and realize she was never lost, never misguided, never foolish. She was simply ahead of her time, walking a path few dared to take. The chosen woman is not granted an easy road. The path set before her is one of hardship, struggle, and constant testing. While others may glide through life with little resistance, she finds herself in a continual refining fire. She is not given the luxury of comfort, for comfort breeds complacency, and complacency is not meant for those who are called to something higher. Every season of her life brings new trials, new obstacles, and new burdens to bear. It is as if the very air around her is charged with a divine expectation that she must endure more, grow more, and become more, and because of this few can walk beside her. The weight she carries is often invisible to others. To the outside world she may appear strong, composed, and resilient, but they do not see the nights spent wrestling with doubt, the silent battles waged within her own mind, or the moments where she questions if she has the strength to continue. The trials she faces are not ordinary. They are designed specifically for her, tailored to test the depths of her faith, her endurance, and her unwavering commitment to the path she walks. Others may sympathize, but few can truly understand, for they have not been called to endure what she has. Friendships fade, relationships weaken, and many fall away because they cannot withstand the intensity of her journey. They may start with her, walking beside her for a time, but when the road becomes steep, when the trials become overwhelming, they turn back. Not everyone is meant to endure the refining fire that she must walk through. Some are only meant to witness it from a distance, marveling at her resilience, but unwilling to experience the same hardship. She does not blame them, for she knows that what is meant for her is not meant for all. Each trial she faces is not without purpose. Though the weight of suffering is heavy, it forges something within her that nothing else can. Hardship chisels away at weakness, stripping her of illusions and preparing her for something greater. Every betrayal teaches her discernment. Every disappointment deepens her wisdom. Every loss expands her understanding. While others are weakened by their struggles, she is strengthened by them, for she does not endure them alone. A greater hand is shaping her, molding her into something that cannot be easily broken. The chosen woman learns to embrace solitude not because she desires loneliness, but because she understands that refinement happens in the quiet places, away from the noise of the world. It is in these seasons of testing that she discovers her true strength, a strength that does not come from human validation but from within. She no longer seeks comfort in the temporary, for she has seen how quickly it fades. Instead, she clings to endurance, to perseverance, to the knowledge that everything she endures is preparing her for something beyond what she can see. Many will look at her life and wonder how she continues. They will question how she has not given up, why she does not take the easier road, why she continues to stand when so many would have fallen. But they do not understand that she is sustained by something greater. She does not walk through trials for the sake of suffering. She walks through them because she knows that refinement brings transformation. She is not the same woman she was yesterday, and she will not be the same woman tomorrow. Every hardship is shaping her into someone who can withstand storms that others would be crushed beneath. And so she presses on, alone if she must, unshaken by the loneliness of her journey. For she knows that those who are truly called to walk beside her will endure the fire with her. Those who cannot withstand it were never meant to stay. The path of the chosen woman is one of constant testing, but she does not fear it, for in every trial she is being prepared for a destiny far greater than she can imagine. The chosen woman does not rely on the applause of the crowd, nor does she seek her strength in the fleeting approval of others. Her power is not found in external validation, for she has learned that such things are fickle, changing with the winds of opinion. Instead, she draws from a well that is deeper than the judgments of man, a well of resilience, discipline, and unwavering belief in her purpose. This inner strength is not something that was handed to her. It was forged through hardship, carved into her being through trials, and refined in the fire of solitude. She has walked through seasons where she had no one to lean on, no voices to reassure her, and no hands to lift her up. And yet she endured. She did not crumble under the weight of abandonment, nor did she seek refuge in the fleeting comfort of false companionship. In those moments she learned what true strength is. It is not in the number of people who surround her, nor in the praise that she receives. True strength is the quiet determination to press on, even when the path is uncertain, even when the burdens grow heavier, even when everything within her wants to surrender. She understands that validation is a weak foundation, for it shifts with the tides of opinion. One moment the world may applaud her, and the next it may turn against her. If she placed her worth in such things, she would be tossed to and fro like a leaf in the wind. But she has anchored herself in something deeper. She has built her foundation on inner discipline, on self-respect, and on the unshakable knowledge that her worth is not determined by those who fail to see it. The chosen woman has faced ridicule, misunderstanding, and rejection, but none of these things have broken her. Instead, they have strengthened her resolve. She has been called arrogant for refusing to lower her standards, prideful for choosing solitude over compromise, and stubborn for standing firm in her convictions. Yet she does not waver, for she understands that the world often despises what it cannot control. Her strength does not come from being accepted. It comes from being unwavering in who she is. Many seek power in the opinions of others, in status, in possessions, in the illusion of control. But the chosen woman knows that true power lies in self-mastery. She is not easily swayed by emotions, nor does she allow circumstances to dictate her character. She is disciplined in her thoughts, in her words, and in her actions. She does not allow fear to govern her decisions, nor does she give in to self-doubt. Her strength is rooted in her ability to stand alone, to trust herself, and to walk forward with confidence, even when the road is difficult. She does not need constant reassurance, because she has trained her mind to be still in the face of uncertainty. While others seek comfort in the opinions of those around them, she has learned to find peace in her own wisdom. She is her own source of motivation, her own voice of encouragement, her own steady force. This is why she does not fear solitude. It does not weaken her, it strengthens her. She has faced her own thoughts in silence and emerged with clarity. She has endured seasons of loneliness and discovered that her strength was never dependent on others to begin with. Her presence carries weight because it is not diluted by desperation for approval. She does not chase after acceptance, nor does she compromise herself to fit into places she was never meant to be. She is selective with her energy, careful with her words, and intentional with her actions. This is why people are drawn to her, even if they do not understand why. Her strength is rare, and it commands respect. It is not boastful, nor is it forceful. It simply is, and those who recognize it will either admire it or be intimidated by it. A woman with unshakable inner strength is unstoppable. She does not shrink to make others comfortable, nor does she silence herself to be more palatable. She is not hardened by life's challenges. She is refined by them. She understands that her path is not for the faint of heart, and she embraces that truth. She walks forward not because she has all the answers, but because she has the strength to face the unknown with courage, and in the end it is not the applause of others that defines her. It is the fire within her that refuses to be extinguished. The chosen woman does not measure her steps by the applause of the world, nor does she seek her worth in the approval of men. She walks by faith, not by the fleeting opinions of those who do not understand her path. The world often overlooks her, dismisses her, and even scorns her, for she does not conform to its expectations. Yet she presses on, undeterred, for she knows that her value is not found in recognition, but in the unwavering purpose that drives her forward. There are many who build their confidence upon the acceptance of others, constantly adjusting their course to fit in, to be liked, to be welcomed into the embrace of the crowd. But the chosen woman is not swayed by such desires. She has learned that to seek approval is to be enslaved by it, for the world's validation is fickle. Today it may lift her up, and tomorrow it may cast her aside. Instead of bending to the will of those who neither understand nor appreciate her, she moves with a confidence that is rooted in something greater than public opinion. The path she walks is often lonely because few are willing to travel the road of faith without the assurance of visible rewards. Many desire affirmation before they take the first step, but she moves forward even when she cannot see the way. She does not demand guarantees before she acts, nor does she wait for the approval of others before she pursues what is set upon her heart. Her faith is her guide, and it sustains her when doubt tries to creep in. She does not hesitate when others question her choices. She does not shrink when the world looks upon her with confusion or contempt. The weight of their judgment does not slow her pace because she understands a truth that so few grasp. Most people do not recognize true worth until it has been proven, and she has no need to prove herself to those who are blind to her value. There are moments when the road feels long, when the silence of solitude whispers in her ears, urging her to turn back. It would be easier to conform, to blend in, to trade conviction for comfort, but she has come too far to surrender to such weakness. She remembers the battles she has already fought, the obstacles she has already overcome. She did not endure all that she has only to shrink now. No, she presses forward, even when her steps feel heavy, even when the destination seems distant, for she is not walking for the approval of men. She is walking in faith. The world may not celebrate her, but it watches her. Some may mock her, questioning why she walks alone when she could follow the crowd. Others may misunderstand her, assuming her path is one of arrogance or pride, but those who have eyes to see will recognize that she carries something different. There is a quiet strength in her stride, a resolve that cannot be shaken, a confidence that does not waver. She is not desperate for attention, nor does she need constant reassurance. Her faith is enough, and though many fail to acknowledge her now, there will come a time when her perseverance will bear fruit. Those who once dismissed her will marvel at how far she has come. They will wonder how she stood firm when so many wavered, how she continued when others quit. But she will not boast, nor will she seek their validation even then. She will simply keep walking, knowing that her journey was never about being seen. It was about fulfilling her purpose. The chosen woman understands that seeking the approval of the world is a losing battle. The world is ever changing, always demanding more, never satisfied. She refuses to subject herself to such instability. She does not walk according to the shifting desires of men, but according to the unshakable foundation of faith. It is this faith that gives her peace even when she is misunderstood, that gives her strength even when she is unrecognized. She does not need to chase recognition, for she knows that those who are meant to see her will see her in due time. Her worth is not diminished by those who overlook her, nor is her purpose altered by those who fail to understand it. She is steadfast, immovable, resolute in her calling. She does not walk for the approval of those who do not see. She walks for the fulfillment of something far greater. And though the road may be long, and though the journey may be difficult, she is not alone. Faith walks beside her, holding her hand, strengthening her heart. The world may not acknowledge her now, but she does not need its validation. She has something far greater than recognition. She has purpose, she has perseverance, and above all she has faith. So she walks on, never looking back, never slowing her pace, never waiting for applause. She does not need it. Her worth is already secure, her journey already set, and her faith already strong enough to carry her to the place she is destined to be.
I saw you standing there, a spark in your eyes, caught in the moment took me by surprise. Your smile lit a fire I couldn't ignore, something I'd never felt before. The world fades away, it's just you and me. A quiet kind of magic set me free. A kiss, and everything starts. The chaos in my head was tearing me apart. This rush, this tingling in my veins, I hope this feeling forever remains. Your touch is a melody, soft and sweet, a rhythm in my heart I can't repeat. Every glance, every word feels so real, a love so new yet so surreal. Is this what they mean when they say it's true? A first love that's bright yet feels so new. Even if time fades this moment away, in my heart it'll always stay. A kiss, and everything starts. The chaos in my head was tearing me apart. This rush, this tingling in my veins, I hope this feeling forever remains. A kiss, and everything starts, etched in my soul, deep in my heart. No matter the distance, no matter the years, the memory of you will calm my fears. Time moves on, but I'm still holding tight to that fleeting moment that felt so right. Though life takes us down different roads, your love's the light that forever glows. A kiss, and everything starts. The chaos in my head was tearing me apart. This rush, this tingling in my veins, I hope this feeling forever remains. This rush, this tingling in my veins, I hope this feeling forever remains. A kiss and everything starts. The chaos in my head was tearing me apart. This rush, this tingling in my veins, I hope this feeling